Hi, Matt. This is Colleen. I'm giving you some comments on your paper via a narrated screen capture video. First thing is, even on a rough draft or a first full draft, which is what this really is, still just go ahead and put whatever the title of your paper would be. But your formatting looks good with your running head and your page numbers. Your leveled headings look correct. I'm just kind of going through everything really quickly. Here, I'm glad you've got your in-text citations. When you're directly quoting Friedman, I'm trying to see if you have a direct quote, just to make sure you, whenever you give a direct quotation, you need to make sure you include the page number as well. I think it's funny that you quoted me. And pathos, word choice. Just kind of going through quickly. There's a DOI that you need to include for your reference for Friedman's article. So just put DOI colon and then the DOI no space, just the DOI number. You can find it on the last page of Friedman's article that I gave you. So it'll look like this. It's going to want to automatically capitalize that first D, tell it not to. And then right there, you're going to put in the DOI, the digital object identifier. Okay, the other thing is this is not in Times New Roman 12. Well, that is, but the entries aren't. So make sure that's Times New Roman 12 before you turn it in. Other than that, the APA so far is looking pretty good. Let's see. Make sure that when you give the title, yes, it's in quotation marks, but only the P would be capitalized. And it says, I don't know if this is a direct quote from me or not. If it is, make sure that you have a quotation marks at the end. She's making as a paradigm-altering creation of a governmental agency. As evidence, she points out that himself was made for Oregon. She supports the idea. Friedman concludes by suggesting from a new list of, okay, good. Good introduction, ethos. I'm just kind of reading it to myself, so I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm mumbling. I'm just trying to read quickly and hear what it sounds like. It helps me catch any of your grammar errors. Friedman uses the literary concept of ethos to establish yourself as an expert in matters pertaining to organ donation. She establishes credibility in both the medical aspect of donation by the non-social. Okay, good. Good. By restricting access from increases perception. This is quite good. Make sure that you identify that you identify the rhetorical strategy. You explain very well how she uses it. Make sure, if you look on the grade sheet for paper 1, which is under Unit 1, paper 1, and then of course grade sheet for paper 1, it says you need to explain and support the following, and there's 4 things listed there. How each example of a writing technique you give is an example of that particular technique, that's 1. How, why Friedman uses it, that's 2. You do that quite well. How does it affect the audience, and how does this help or hinder Friedman in accomplishing her goal, which it's usually helping her because almost everything she does helps her. Those 2 pieces don't seem to be here in this first paragraph, and that's pretty typical for most of the papers I'm seeing, is that those 2 pieces, how does it affect the audience and how does this help Friedman accomplish her goal, tend to be overlooked. So make sure that you have that for each one of the examples you give. Okay. Okay, demand exceeds supply. So increasing need. Good. Frame points out that increasing medical need. Okay, I'm just kind of going through quickly here. Okay, again, you explain it so well. Your writing is good. It's clear. You have an excellent vocabulary. Just make sure that you're finishing that analysis of how does it affect the audience and how does that help Friedman persuade them. Okay, good. Oh, sorry, that's my phone that you just heard telling me that I have a text message. Word choice, good. Don't use these half single quotes. Go ahead and use a regular full set of quotation marks around these terms. Okay, good. This is completed to compel the reader to accept Friedman's solution. How and why, I'm asking. This is an illustrative method of provoking emotion. Which emotions? How does that affect them? How does it help to compel them? Finish that analysis. Other than that, your paper's really good. Just finish it up. Do those last two pieces. How does it affect the audience, and how does this affect, help, or hinder them? And be specific. You can't just say it provokes emotion. Which emotions? How does it pull those specific emotions out? And how do those emotions help to persuade her audience? Those are the types of questions I'd be asking. But overall, this is quite a good first draft. If you have questions about anything that I've said on here, let me know. Keep up the good work.